I'm going to kick things off. So I'm hoping everyone can see my screen. It's a bit bizarre because I can see you as well as my screen. So it's like, what is everyone seeing? For those of you who don't know me, I'm Amy Doyle, and I'd like to give you a very warm welcome to Get Set Startup Grow. We are really excited about running this event this morning. So the idea came from the fact that there are 3 what's called ERDF projects. So if you don't know what ERDF projects are, they are European Regional Development funded projects. And so basically the EU has a pot of money that it gives to support things like business development. And there are 3 of those projects running at University of Portsmouth. And we thought it'd be great, rather than all doing our own thing, as it's Global Entrepreneurship Week, to all come together this week and run something together to support all those entrepreneurs like you that are out there. So like I say, I'm Amy Doyle, and you're going to have a number of presenters this morning. Let's have a look at our agenda. So when I finish talking in a few minutes' time, you're going to get to find out about both my ERDF project, which is Accelerating Women's Enterprise, and 2 of the other ERDF projects running at the University of Portsmouth. We're then going to be going over to Sarah Guile from the Mumpreneurs Networking Club, who's going to be talking about effective networking in a digital age. Sarah, do you want to give us a quick wave? Oh, I don't know if people can't see you at the moment, actually, can they? I'm not sure. We'll then be handing over at 10:40 to Sandy Davis, who is the social enterprise developer at Hive Portsmouth. And I'm sure she'll tell you a little bit about Hive as well and the fantastic services they offer there. Then at 11 AM, we are developing your marketing strategy with Jennifer Head from Midnight Consulting. And our final guest speaker this morning will be Sally Becken from the Knowledge Transfer Network, KTN, talking about access to grant funding. What we're going to say is please do pop your questions. If you have any questions during the talks, if you pop them into the chat, we're going to be keeping track of all the questions, and then we'll be asking those to the panel during the panel Q&A at 11:40, and there'll also be a chance for live questions at that point. So we're going to save our questions to the end of the talks so that we can run through and you can get your input. So the event, we're hoping, will be over by midday, and we hope you're going to have a really, really great morning learning from all of our fantastic guest speakers. So I'm sorry, you've got a bit more of me, because I'm going to kick off by talking to you about Accelerating Women's Enterprise, for those of you who don't know it. So Accelerating Women's Enterprise is, as we've said, an ERDF EU-funded project, and it's specifically supporting women who run or would like to run their own business and who face some kind of additional barrier. As you may already know, if you are female and trying to start a business, things like accessing funding and a lot of other services can be very difficult. We already know that you're kind of less likely to start up a business and keep it going and run it successfully if you are female. But that is nothing to do with your skills. It's to do with a system that is stacked against you. And there have been 3 strands to the Accelerating Women's Enterprise project. So we've actually been doing some research, talking to women who face these additional barriers. So perhaps you have childcare responsibilities, perhaps you live in a rural area and it's things like access to internet because the government haven't sorted out the internet connectivity throughout the whole country yet. It might be a money issue. Maybe you've hit hard times, maybe you are on benefits or something like that, and you're still trying to start a business. You've still got that entrepreneurial spirit and you want to do something. So we've been going out and we've been talking to female entrepreneurs, and our first report is going to be published in January, and it's going to be looking at all the things that people like you have told us have been creating barriers for you when running your own business. And there are lots of interesting findings, and I'm really looking forward to being able to make those public with you all in January. One of the other things we're doing as part of Accelerating Women's Enterprise is running a free training program. Because the project is funded by the EU, we are able to do all of the training for you for free. So basically, the University of Portsmouth is providing staff, and then we have other partners across the South Coast who are also running these training courses, and some of them are currently running them online as well. So they are available to you right now. And you don't have to pay anything because of this EU funding. And there are 8 training modules in total that we run. We've got a few on soft skills, like things like time management and personal effectiveness. We have some things around branding, market research, and managing your money when it comes to both yourself and your business. And then we have 2 dedicated social enterprise units looking at supporting women who would like to start a social enterprise. If any of that sounds appealing to you, then you can sign up specifically to Ports Going On at Portsmouth, and that's the bit.ly address there. So bit.ly/AWE-I'm interested. And if you sign up to that, then literally as soon as our training course is open for bookings, you will get an email saying what's going on and how you can book. You can also learn more about the project as a whole at www.acceleratingwomensenterprise.uk. And if you go to the events section on that website, you will see what our other partners are at School for Social Entrepreneurs at Dartington and Devon, and at Outset CIC down in Devon and Cornwall. They are currently running the training programme online. And so you can sign up to their events because they run online. You can sign up and do the courses with them. You don't have to stick with doing them at Portsmouth at the moment. We are looking to put our events online from January and February 2021. So we're working on online delivery for you at the moment. And finally, if you haven't already and you want to keep up to date with both what Accelerating Women's Enterprise is doing and also the university's Female Entrepreneurs Network, which covers the whole of the South Coast now as well, because we've taken on the other Accelerating Women's Enterprise areas, you can join our Facebook community. We've got around 500 active members in that community if you're not already a member. So that is facebook.com/groups/Female Entrepreneurs Network. So that's a little bit about what is going on from Accelerating Women's Enterprise and the Female Entrepreneurs Network. And I'm going to stop talking now and hand you over to Gemma, who is going to talk to you about what they're doing at Greentech South.
Hi everyone. Right, I'm going to share my screen. Oh. Where's the presentation? Hang on a minute, sorry. Can you see that? Hello?
I can't see anything, Gemma.
Oh, okay.
I haven't got it yet. Would you like one of us to share it for you?
Oh, yeah, that would be great.
Right.
Or I can just talk over it actually, if you can't see anything. Hello everyone, I'm Gemma Marchant. I'm Programme Manager at Greentech South. I am working on low carbon Solent and emphasise projects, which as just introduced are ERDF projects, particularly looking at encouraging SMEs to engage with low carbon technology. And it's really great to be involved with this event today. So thank you very much for reaching out to us. I know Chloe is really involved, Chloe Hart, my colleague, so really good to be here, really good to be talking to women in business and bringing to you what we can offer at Greentech South. So my slides were just going to go through both of the different projects. So Emphasise is a project that's looking at working with SMEs, particularly along the M3 corridor with the local enterprise partnership there. And it's particularly looking at how SMEs can become more energy efficient. So we provide free energy efficiency audits to SMEs, and also working towards energy efficiency grants that would be a 36% intervention rate for the SMEs. And then we're also providing grants that are innovation grants for innovation for low carbon technology ideas to SMEs. So that's emphasised project. Low carbon Solent project is, again, it's really similar, looking at low carbon technology, but this one is particularly along the Solent coast, and that's working with the local enterprise partnership there, the Solent LEP. And that's a bit different. We are also doing, offering innovation grants for low carbon ideas, but also there's opportunities for SMEs to engage with postgraduate student projects, whereby if you're an SME and you've got an idea for growing your business in a low carbon area, there's opportunities for working with the university, with postgraduate students to enable those projects and ideas to go forward. And there's also opportunities for engaging in workshops, and these are going to be online webinars. Back in the day before COVID came along, these were going to be in-person knowledge transfer events, but we're working at the moment to understand how we can deliver this online. So watch this space for more information there. So that is the two projects in a nutshell. Apologies about my presentation. And I would really encourage you, if you're interested in learning more, to go to the Greentech South website. It was included in the invitation for this online event. And if you go onto the Greentech South website, you'll be able to click on along the bar along the top what we can offer you, and that will give you more information on both of the projects, how you can be involved, exactly what the opportunities and the benefits are for you as entrepreneurs, and particularly being women. And we'd really like to hear from you and carry on the conversation of how this area of low carbon innovation, to involve women in that conversation going forward, and to reduce those barriers, to potentially, if this is something that you're interested in and you want to pursue it, we'd really like to hear from you. And, you know, talking about the barriers and, you know, trying to overcome those would be really a great outcome from all of this. So yeah, go on the Greentech South website and we'd love to hear from you all more. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Gemma. Thank you for taking us through what everything that Greentech's doing. It all sounds really brilliant. So I'm going to hand over now to, I've realised my video's off. Going to hand over now to Phil, who's going to talk to us about the site project here at Portsmouth.
Thanks very much, Amy. I will attempt a screen share. Let me have a go. See if I can get my slides up for you. Okay, can everyone see those? Yeah. Fantastic, brilliant. So yes, the site programme. Apologies in advance, it's laden with acronyms. It's another ERDF programme, so European Regional Development Fund. It stands for Supporting Innovation and Growth in Healthcare Technologies. So this is a 3-year programme from June 2019 between 3 main partners. We've got the University of Portsmouth, Portsmouth Hospitals University NHS Trust, and the Wessex Clinical Research Network. And the premise of the programme is to provide support to SMEs across the whole of England. So we're not just locked into a a regional area around the south coast. We can support across the whole of the country and basically provide support to enable SMEs engaged in a very broadly defined health tech or med tech market sector in order to do more business effectively. So it's a business development program. We do have the capability to support parts of R&D and innovation, but the real focus is on getting products and services to market in medtech sectors. So we basically have 3 stages of support that we can provide. Membership to the program is completely free. There's just a short-ish membership form, and I use the suffix ish. The EU like us to collect a little bit of information about our members, but it's just business administration details. You just need to be an SME, registered in England, and engaged in products and service development and sale into impacts for human health, basically. So what exactly do? We help companies identify opportunities, primarily within the NHS, by understanding technology challenges from a clinical perspective. So we engage with patient groups, academics within the university, colleagues from our distributed NHS network in our region, as well as clinicians at the Queen Alexandra Hospital. We share information, especially from consultants within our network. So we'll hear later from one of our colleagues in the site program, Jenny Head from Midnight Consulting. Jenny's been very generous with her time and support for the program and helping a number of companies who are members to develop their marketing presence. So we also support through tailored engagements. So we can provide an interface into clinical expertise within the trust, academic expertise within the university, and support from other consultants joined to the network in order to discuss on a one-to-one basis your products and services and how they might fit basically market opportunities. We also have built into our program a grant fund. So this is a 25% intervention rate for business development costs. So if you have any marketing costs, or you want to deploy a new website, or you wanted to patent something, legal fees as well around contracting, basically anything that involves costs that get your products and services into market, we can support with some funding there. At the initial stage, we basically have lots of companies. We've got over 100 members now of the program after the first year who would engage in webinars. At the moment, we used to do face-to-face meetings, but hopefully they'll return at some point. But at the moment, online meetings around a particular subject connected to business development in health or medtech. So such topics include protecting, exploiting IP. We've got marketing that Jenny would run, and you'll hear about that later. Other key ones, supplying to the NHS. So we have a connection to the clinical research network, who are able to provide support around NHS procurement and the hurdles and regulations that you'd need to basically navigate in order to get your product service into the NHS. At the next stage, it's a bit more tailored and triaged around your specifics as a company. So what we might look to do here would be to put in place an NDA in order to cover discussions between 3 partners and yourself as a company partner of the program. That just enables you to discuss a little bit more in detail about your products, services, without any potential kind of spilling of information to competitors who might also be members of the program. So we like to do that as quickly as possible once you join the program, in order to provide you with a link into specific clinical groups, patient groups as well, through what's called the PTTU, the Portsmouth Technology Trials Unit, based at the Queen Alexandra Hospital, basically in order to give you those links to explore how your product services might fit clinical need within the trust. And then at a later stage, we have a more kind of even more refined level of support in order to help companies develop protocols ahead of trial activity of their technologies potentially within our trust, but also in other trusts around the country. So this is very much a kind of bespoke package of work in order to help individual companies get their products across the line, both from a regulatory perspective, but also from a clinical feedback perspective as well. And then, as I say, we have our own pot of money, which we can distribute to you as a company member. It's a rolling call for applications. So we have monthly assessment panel meetings. So you should never be far from the next chance to be assessed. We've got a 2-day turnaround time for decisions as well, being relayed to the applicants. Normally, though, we do it on the same day. So it's quick responses. You'll hear from Sally later about higher intervention rates from other schemes. So ours is a little bit lower, but ours is based around the premise of quick response and quick support. So here are just a few details about how to contact us at the site programme. We've currently got a vacancy for the site project administrator role, and that advert's live on the university website. Yeah, be delighted to field any questions you might have, or if you've got an interest in exploring how we might support your business in a very broadly defined medtech, health tech market sector, then please do get in touch.
Thank you very much.